So hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I will do a tutorial in chapter 5, which is Ethernet. So the OSI physical layer provides the means to transport the bits that make up a data link layer frame across the network media. Ethernet is now the predominant LAN technology in the world. Ethernet operates in the data link layer and the physical layer. The Ethernet protocol standards define many aspects of network communication, including frame format, frame size, timing, and encoding. When the messages are sent between hosts on a Ethernet network, the host format the messages into the frame layout that is specified by standards. So, because of Ethernet is comprised of standards at this lower layer, it may be It may best be understood in reference to the OSI model. The OSI model separates data link layer functionalities of addressing, framing, and accessing the media. So, from the physical layer standards of the media, Ethernet standards define both the layer 2 protocols and the layer 1 technologies. So, let's get started. So we have here the Ethernet encapsulation. So Ethernet is the most widely used LAN technology today. So Ethernet operates in the data link layer and the physical layer. It is a family networking technologies that are defined in the IEEE 802.2 and 802.3 standards. So Ethernet support data bandwidths with 10 MB/s and 100 MBs and 1000 MB/s and 1 gigabits and 10,000 Mbps and so on. So we have it. Ethernet is defined by data link layer and the physical layer protocol. So in the figure 1, just show in the figure 2. So in the figure 2, we have here the network data link and physical. It indicates the LLC sublayer and then the MAC sublayer. So the LLC sublayer, the Ethernet LLC sublayer handles the communication between the upper layer and the lower layer. So this is typically between the networking software and the device hardware. So the LLC sublayer takes the network protocol data, which is typically in IPv4 packet. So for the MAC sublayer constitution, the lower sublayer of the data link layer, MAC is implemented by hardware, typically in computer NIC. The specific specifics are listed. So here's the MAC sublayer: data encapsulation, frame delimiting, addressing, error detection. For the media access control, we have control of frame, placement of on and off the media, and media recovery. So as shown in the figure here, the Ethernet MAC sublayer has two primary responsibilities. We have here the data encapsulation and the media access control. So data encapsulation process includes frame assembly before the transmission and the frame and disassembly upon reception of the frame. Informing the frame, the MAC layer adds a header and trailer to the network layer PDO. So we have here the frame delimiting in the data encapsulation process. It provides important delimiters that are used to identify a group of bits. So addressing the encapsulation process contains the layer 3 PDU and also provides for data link layer addressing. So for the error detection, contains a trailer used to detect any errors in transmission. For the word errors, it can detect errors in transmission. So for the Media access control. The second responsibilities of MAC sublayer is media access control. Media access control is responsible for the replacement of frame on the media and removal of the frames from the media. As its name implies, it controls access to the media. This is sublayer communicate directly with the physical. So we have here the Ethernet evolution timeline. So we have here year 1973 to 2016. So we have here the 1973 Ethernet. The description is invented by Dr. Robert Metcalf of Xerox Company Corporation of 1980s and DIC Standard Ethernet 2 Digital Equipment Corporation Intel and Xerox DIC released a standard for 10 Mbps Ethernet over coaxial cable, and then 1983 is IEE, and this is the 802.3 10 base 5, so Ethernet over thick coaxial cable. Here the Ethernet frame structure and field size. We have here preamble, destination address, source address, type, data, and frame check sequence. So for preamble, it has a 8 bytes and 6 bits for the destination address, and 8 bytes is source address, and 2 bytes type, and 46 to 1500 bytes for data, and 4 bytes for frame check sequence. So we have here the Ethernet frame fields. So we have here preamble, start frame delimiting, also called the start frame, and then the destination as intended recipient, also called this address used for the layer 2 to assist the devices in determining its frame to address to them. We have source MAC, identifies the frame originating the NIC or interface. And the ether type, it has a upper layer protocol encapsulated in Ethernet frame, and then the data contains the encapsulated data from the higher layer, which is generic to the layer 3 PDU. And then the FCS, a frame check sequence, used for detect errors in frames. It is used cyclic redundancy check, so CRC. So we have here activity MAC and LLC sublayer. So as I discussed to you, it is, if you understand it, it is very easy to answer it. So for the instruction, we have description of MAC and LLC sublayer. So here's the description of MAC and LLC. So are provided in the table. So click the MAC or LLC field to match the description to the correct sublayer. So first we have first question is control the network interface card through drivers. So it is not a MAC, so it is the LLC. So again, so you have to get the main point of the question for you to answer it very well or very easy. So works with the upper layer to add application information for delivery of data to higher level protocol. So it is not MAC again, it is LLC. Third is work with hardware to support bandwidth requires and check error. So for this it has a check error, so it is MAC. You do not have to finish reading because we get the keywords for this question. So across controls access to media through signaling and physical media standards requirements. So it's very easy. So it has a MAC address. So support Ethernet technology by using CSMA/CD or CSMA/CA. So we will answer MAC sublayer. So here's the last one question. So remains relatively independent of physical equipment. So as you can see, we have two choices and we will choose the LLC for the answer. So we will, it is not, what do you call this? It's already done for to answer all the questions. So let's check if it is correct. So our answer is correct because we already tackled it for the MAC sublayer and LLC sublayer. So this is the end of my video in tutorial in chapter 5, and I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching.